Alright, guys. Good to have you guys on. Good to have you guys in. What's going on, everybody? We're going to go over the month that we just had. Of course, I'm out of water. Appreciate that. The man with the master plan. Thank you, man. What's the best computer to trade on? That's up in the air on that one. Oops. What's going on, Josh? It's Luke, Jorge, the Sergio. What's going on, guys? Cruz, Matt, everybody, what's going on? All right, let me set everything up today. Today was another green day. 6:30. Closing down the month, adding the numbers, and holy crap, we had a record-setting month for my career. We are up over 1.3 million in profits on the month this month. What an insane month! And that's basically with me not doing a whole lot the past week. So it's been a crazy month. Truly blessed to do what we do here, and it's just got to keep pushing. I realize that I'm on a different level than most, but I'm just here to motivate. I started with $1,000. We're over 2 million. I think we're over 2.1 million in profits now. And we're at today's day 142, I believe, on that challenge going to 5 mil. And I didn't expect to do this, but as you get better, as you size up, as you continue to focus on your strategies and critique your plans and continue to be better as a trader, these things are expected. I'm expecting myself to do better and better and better and better because I put the time in every day. I put the work in every day. I study. I don't hide behind closed doors. I show you guys my trades every day. Show you guys my timestamps every day, my prints every day. I show you guys everything every single day on here. And I'm just here to motivate. Obviously it's crazy what I did this month, and I left a ton on the table, believe it or not. Let me make sure. But all you can do is, not take any day one for granted and just keep pushing to make every day better than yesterday. Let me make sure today's day 142. Yeah, it is. It's day 142. Okay. 6:30. Sorry, guys, I'm setting everything up. What's going on, Mass, Complex, XX, Angel? What's going on? What's going on, Cormier, RPM, Geo? Go Reds. Okay, today is BLNK. We had POLA. Alright, now we just gotta post the picture and then we'll be good to go. Zero. Yeah, you can see my screen. You just have to go on my YouTube. It's Cam the Man. My YouTube is Cam the Man. Those of you guys who want to see my screen, it's Cam the Man on YouTube. Let's go to, and then I gotta take the screenshot here. Post this quick. Sorry, guys. Give me 1 second here. What am I at here? Oh, yeah. Hopefully you guys had a great trading day. Hopefully you guys, traded well out there. Today was definitely a, I think it was a hotter day. Momentum-wise, we had some peaks and valleys through, the electrical vehicle sector. Um, and we had plenty of momentum. We're starting to gain some momentum in the mask sector. But overall, guys, what a month. That's all I can say. What a month. Truly blessed to do this every single day, guys. It's a very rare thing we're doing here where, you don't have to show up anytime at any point. You can do whatever you want, whenever you want. You can work from a boat, And this month is a record-breaking month for me in my trading career. I'm going to post this on social media quick. Again, we are up over 1.3 million in profits this month. And again, this is me. It's just a resemblance of how much time, how much I focus on my strategies, how much I focus on my process, how much I study every single day. This can happen to you guys if you put in the time, if you put in the work, if you learn your own self, if you learn the process. And just, over the years, I continue to get better and better and better. And that's what I'm trying to motivate for you guys, trying to show you guys what is possible. I'm live going. So I hope that you guys had a great month. I hope that you guys, the main thing is hopefully you guys had a green month. You can start shooting for the stars when you start proving to yourself that you're consistently month after month. But until then, I continue to prove to myself that I can shoot for the stars month after month. But at the end of the day, as my bankroll grows, I grow. You know what I mean? I continue to use less than, or the same risk, but my bankroll continues to grow, so I'm able to size up. As I prove to myself that my process works, as I prove to myself that the sizing works, as I prove to myself month in and month out that this continues to work, I continue to size up. The way I trade, again, is, I've told you guys this before, but the way I trade is, I size up every time I make $100,000. I up my threshold of amount of money that I can trade at one certain time. So let's say if I go on my challenge, we hit 2 million, then we hit 2.1 million. Okay, I was trading with a total cash balance of 300,000. Then when I hit 2.1, I raise it 100,000 or I raise it another 25,000 from 300 to 325. So then I pull that 75,000 in profits to pay myself to show that I can do this, right? To kind of give myself a reward for my hard work, but at the same time raise the amount of money that I'm trading with. Every time I hit $100,000 more, I raise my total buying power 25,000. So every 100,000 in profits, I pull 75 and raise my buying power 25. And that's something that has worked for me and something that I feel like is very smart for a lot of people. Because along the way, you're paying yourself, but on the top of that, you're raising your buying power and increasing your potential reward. Sometimes I don't raise, if I hit another 100,000 in profit, sometimes I don't raise my buying power. But, that's just kind of how I feel. If I feel comfortable with it, if I feel like it wasn't very stressful, if I felt like I was really stressed during that amount of money that I was trading with, then sure, I won't raise it for sure. But at the end of the day, if I feel like I can do it, if I feel like I'm not getting that pit in my stomach, then I have no problem raising it another 25,000 in my threshold. Let's see what else. What else kind of runners did we have today? INO and VXRT. Okay. Alright guys, posted that on YouTube. What's going on, Ice, Trevor, Batman, Pooh, Why? What's going on, guys? So we're gonna go over the month it was. It was a great month nonetheless. I'm gonna get let a couple more people trickle on in. As we get those people trickle on in, I'm gonna grab a quick glass of water. So give me literally probably 10 seconds, and I'll be live with you guys. Again, hopefully you guys are enjoying the trading day, and I'll be right back. Okay, just give me 1 second. Those of you guys just jumping in from Twitter and StockTwits, good to have you on. Good to have you in. I will be back in about 15 seconds or so. I'm just gonna get some water. Make sure I'm not too groggy for you guys. All right, cool. Where's my? Oh yeah, I probably ran him over. He fell off. Where did I put him? Ooh, there we go. All right, guys. So good to be on. Good to be in. Good to have you guys on, guys. So, what a month we had. What a month that it was. And 91, you've been following me for 3 years. That's sick, man. That's awesome to see. I'm sure you guys who've been trading this whole month can tell that there was a lot of opportunities out there. There was plenty of opportunities. Multiple small caps, multiple well, I wouldn't say low floats, but multiple small caps trading over $1 billion. So much opportunity this month, and to be honest, I missed out on a ton of opportunity. Sometimes I feel like I played it a little too safe, but again, even though I might have missed a little bit now, I will be there eventually. I will get to a point where I won't miss it. You know what I mean? And when that day comes, it'll be an even better month, and an even better month, and an even better month, okay? We're here to compound. We're here to get better. We're here to trade better every single day, okay? If you're not focusing on, big days like what I've been doing, and if you're not focusing on getting better every single day, even when I have red days, those are the days that I focus up the most. And then when I have green days, I always focus on what I did wrong, even on the green days, because I play golf, and even if I hit a bad shot, right? I hit a bad shot, and or let's say I hit a good shot. Okay, if I hit a good shot and I hit it right at the pin, right? And I hit it right at the pin, 2 feet from the pin, I'm like, okay, good shot. But I didn't hit it in the middle of the face. Then the way that a professional golfer will look at that is that's when you see those times where they hit it and they swing and then they drop their club and it's 2 feet from the pin. But the reason why they drop their club is because, at the end of the day, they didn't hit it on the sweet spot. They didn't do what they were supposed to do. They didn't do what they've been training to do. So there are some days where I'm green and I didn't hit it on the sweet spot, and I might be frustrated. I might be, very frustrated in myself and what I do, and, that's just a part of trading or anything else in sports. As a professional basketball player, as a professional football player, I'm sure you can, there's other ways to resemble what I'm talking about, but in the end, this month was all about just making sure getting better. And there were days where I was sitting there and I was like, this is insanity. When I made, 400 over that what was it, 460,000 in one day, it was insanity. And I was up $750,000 at one point. And, that was literally a third of my month right there, or almost half of my month in one trade. And so there was multiple times where I could have had those opportunities. And, I missed out on a lot, but I also took a lot in. And again, I'll better myself for next time. So when something like that happens again, I'll do even better, right? It's kind of weird how trading works, but basically, I started with $1,000, and I believe now we're over 2.1 million in profits in 142 business days. But it all started with $1,000, and it all started with me making $900 in 1 month. The next month I made like $1,800 or $2,000 or something like that. The next month was like $4,500, and we're talking the entire month. Okay, the next month was $40,000, and then we started once we got above PDT. I think the next month after that we did like $410,000 or $450,000 in the month. But my point is things take time. Things don't happen overnight, and if you can compound growth, your strategies, your process, your mindset, your psychological capabilities, your emotional capabilities, and consistently improve yourself, then it's not a sprint, it's a marathon. We're not here to, boom, do what I'm doing, right? But I'm telling you, when you start small, when you learn small, when you continue to grow your repertoire, when you continue to grow your strategies, when you continue to grow what you're doing as a trader, that mindset of trying to get better even on green days, okay, is what's going to push you. Too many people on green days think, oh, green day, great, I'm happy, let's move on to the next, okay? On red days, I focus more than anything else on those days. On green days, I focus more on, what I have done wrong on the green day. And if I haven't done anything wrong, then I pat myself on the back. But if I did, I always critique myself even on green days. So I'm never letting my guard down any one day at a time, right? So it's kind of explanation goes into my trading, right? My trading itself, I started with $1,000. I had a threshold back in the day of $100,000 that I would use, okay? That $100,000 kept getting raised every time I hit $100,000 more in profits, okay? I would then raise my buying power, the amount of cash that I can throw into the markets and trade with, which means I can make more money but also lose more money, okay? What's going on, The Real Dr. Miami? Good to have you on, man. And at the end of the day, seeing that opportunity, seeing that movement, and proving to myself that I'm consistently profitable, I'm consistently change your headset or mic or computer. Everyone can hear me. But taking those profits, right, and every 100,000. So I think it was when I hit when I hit 100,000, then I started to pull profits, okay? And then I hit 200,000, and then I would raise it to 125, and then 300,000 in profits, 150, 400,000 in profits. I'd pull 75,000. I'd be up to 200,000 in buying power. 500,000, I would take 225,000 in buying power, pull 75,000. 600,000, 250,000, etc., etc. Right now, I'm trading with $325,000 in cash. So I don't do it every 100,000. I do it with what I feel comfortable. If I don't feel comfortable raising it, I wait until I hit another 100,000 in profits. Okay. If I feel like I have a pit in my stomach, then I don't raise it. But you guys see what I'm saying? I consistently prove to myself that my strategies and my process is working. Then I raise my buying power, and if I raise my buying power, then that is a good thing for my trading. And I've proven to myself that what I'm doing is working, and then I can raise my buying power and do it and raise my buying power for myself, because I've already proven to myself that I can be consistent with what I'm doing. I also don't feel nervous. I feel like I'm comfortable with my buying power and things like that. But yeah, so on the month, guys, we are up a record-setting $1.3 million in trading profits, guys. Truly, truly special stuff, and I continue to, yeah, I think I'm just gonna remove this guy. Put user in timeout for a little bit. That way he doesn't spam the place. But so yeah. And if those of you guys who don't know, I had my birthday yesterday. So that was awesome. And nothing better than to set my all-time trading career record in profits in the month of June. Nothing better to set it than my birthday month. So It happens for a reason, right? So, we were doing about 450,000 a month for the past 2 or 3 months. This month we finally ramped it up, and this upcoming month, it is the summertime, but a lot of things are happening, and I really think that I can push it to the next level. Let's say next month we make, 600 or 700, or maybe less, but the goal is to continue month by month, continue to see an uptrend in my P&L. Now, it's going to be tough because with the coronavirus and the markets crashing and things like that, it's going to be tough because, the markets itself are creating opportunities because of the virus. But, it depends on how much longer the virus happens. If we start to get other sectors to heat up, we're just in a hot time right now. And my P&L is reflecting that. But at the same time, I need to make sure that I stay disciplined. There were days where I saw a trade, but I just didn't want to take it because I didn't want the stress of that trade. Being up at one point $750,000, I'm realizing when you're up that much, it's hard to scale out of that. It's hard to scale out of those positions, but not only that, but it kind of drains you no matter what. If I was in a $1,000 position, I could take that profit and move on. And that same, I'm in here and out here, whether it be $1,000 profit or $750,000, right? It's all the same trade on a chart. It's just how much you're up, right? But when you're up that much money, it changes everything, And so after that trade, I kind of try to tone things back. I tried to kind of not have that much stress because the more you're up, the more stress you feel because the more you're up, the more that, you think that you have all this money and then you didn't lock it in. And then what if they have an offering, or what if they all of a sudden they nosedive half, right? Anything could happen at any one time. So it's stressful when you're up that much money because if it's wiped like that, you know how bad that would hurt? I mean, that would hurt so bad if you didn't lock that in and they had an offering and you lost almost all of, $750,000 in profits. I mean, literally, I don't know. When I've already counted on a big win in my head, and then when things get wiped, it hurts so much more than if I'm taking a loss and I'm just expecting to take a loss and I cut it, right? So I learned a lot about myself this month. I learned that, overall, I'm definitely feeling like I'm getting better as a trader. I traded a lot of blue chips this month. I traded a lot of IPOs this month. I traded NKLA for I think like 40,000 this month in profits on that one. UONE, we nailed that one for another 40, 50, 60, maybe even 100,000 on the month with that stock. So I'm starting to, I nailed some shippers as well. I nailed some shippers short, Royal Caribbean cruise liners. I nailed that for about 10,000 in total this month. So I'm starting to be able to get a little more comfortable with the blue chips. And when I get a hang of those things, watch out because that's when I start sizing up big time. And that's when I feel like I can start to make some type of hedge fund money. If I can start nailing these blue chips, options, things like that. But I'm not going to force it. I'm not going to force none of that. I'm going to stay in my lane, stick to the small caps, trade a little bit of mid caps and blue chips, and just let my trading evolve into that with liquidity issues, okay? But I'm not going to force it or anything like that because, that can cause major problems, and I've done that in the past. And you don't get, you don't get too overconfident in one thing at a time, right? I've traded options in the past many times. I'm currently down roughly $7,000 in options. I've blown up. I've done 1,000 to 35,000, 1,000 to 10,000, 1,000 to like 15,000 or something. I've taken every account and pretty much made good money, but I get to a point and then I get too aggressive, and options could change like that, and they can crash you. And I'm learning along the way, though. I mean, in the end, $7,000 for me, I can afford to lose that no problem. That's something, and I know when I'm going into it, I'm starting small. Sure, I might have just made, $1.3 million on the month, but the thing is, it doesn't matter. You start small and you learn small, okay? Too many people in the markets, they want money now. They want money now, and they think they need a $40,000, a $50,000, a $100,000, a $200,000 account, and what does that leave them with if they blow it? Probably not much. Or even if they start with a $10,000 account. And if they learn with a $10,000 account right off the bat and it doesn't leave them with much, then you're never coming back to the markets. But it's all about percentage gains and learning small percentages, percentages, percentages. I don't want you guys to look at my P&L and get mind blown. I mean, I do that to motivate you guys, but that probably isn't possible for, I would say, 99.9% of people watching, right? So always take percentages. I do a very poor job at explaining that because I have a P&L goal. I'm trying to turn 1,000 into 5 million by the end of the year. Okay? And that P&L goal is what drives me. So I look at P&L every single day. But what should drive you as a trader in your shoes is percentages. Okay? Percentage gains, percentage gains, percentage gains. Percentages are everything. Whether it's 1,000, a million, 10 million, $100, $10. Okay? If you start with $10 and you prove to yourself that you can turn $10 into $20, what's that mean? 100%. If you had 100,000, you can prove to yourself that you turn it into 200,000. Okay? But again, sizing changes everything, okay? Sizing changes everything, and I've learned that along the way. You will learn that along the way. You know, size is very important as a trader because psychologically, emotionally, you can't really change, you know, you can have a correct strategy, a correct process, but then when you get size involved, you can literally wipe your entire process and strategy out and get way too nervous, overanalyze like I do to this day. When I get too big, I overanalyze, I don't let the big picture play out, and I screw the whole trade up with a loss, usually. That's why every 100,000 I make, I pull 75 and add 25. So that way, I'm okay with the size, I'm comfortable with making it, and I continue to take a little bit more size. Because size is so important, okay? I can't preach that enough. Size and percentage gains are so important emotionally and psychologically as a trader. Okay, I've been getting a lot of people asking me about my course. Yes, I do sell a course. It's basically, this is all the strategies that I've used to help me turn 1,000 into over 2 million in profits in 133 business days. If you guys are interested, the link's in the description below. It's basically a course. You know, I spent over 1.5 years of my life with multiple video editors, a lot of people who helped me look at it, my friends. Also, people gave me, you guys, all my students, and everyone else who's given me in the room, they've asked me so many questions. I answered all those questions throughout the video series guide. Full-on live trading of me talking in and out about why I'm long. You can see my shares go in and out of the markets live on my trading course, fully recorded and fully explained. Level 2, time and sales, the chart that I'm looking at, the catalyst that I'm looking at. Full-on explanation, and it gets into the nitty-gritty of the way I trade. It also goes over my swing trading strategies. Those of you guys who are interested in my overnight strategies, I get a ton of questions about that. It's in there. It goes over my IPO strategies, which I've used on NKLA. We made over 50,000 or 60,000, something like that. On that, we go over, you know, my swing trading. You know, I go over just basically my story, my life, my family, how I got to where I'm at. I've never had a real job once in my life. I've never worked a 9-to-5 ever, my entire life, and honestly, maybe never will. I mean, I don't unless I really get bored. But there's just no way. I like trading too much. There's too much opportunity in trading, and I also, at this point in my career, love teaching and love giving back to you guys. And I really do hope that this course helps you guys. So if you guys are interested in learning about any of that, all in the video series guide. It has about 2 or 3, maybe 4 hours of questions in there as well. And the questions that I answered were from you guys. So a lot of you guys have been asking questions in this question room. Where is it? So we have a question room in here. I can't find it. Question room. Question room. Come on. Question room. Where are you, question room? Invite link. Room rules. Free brokerage. Video series. No. Question room. There it is. Okay. So this question room in here, I've gone back to the very top, which is years ago, and I looked through and answered almost all those questions that you guys had. So the questions from you guys that you've asked over the years. So it's all organic questions. I'm not forcing any questions. They're 100% from you guys, and there's a ton of them. Yeah, and that's a great question. So why do I still sell courses even though I get profit from trading? I sell my courses because you don't ever do anything for free in this world. And even if there is that chance that you do. On top of that, especially if you're good at something, never do it for free, right? That mentality. But the more important thing and the most important thing, without any question, is this reason and this reason alone. When you put money into something, okay, that usually means you're serious. Whatever you put money into, whether you want to buy a lawnmower, whether you want to buy a new roof, whether you want to buy a new bed, whether you want to buy a book, whether you want to buy food, whether you want to buy a house, whether you want to buy a chair, whether you want to buy anything that involves life, okay? Anything that involves life usually costs. Can you have a house for free? No. Can you live for free? No. That's the world we live in, okay? Can you literally, can you take a shower for free? Not really. Can you get food for free? I mean, you can, but that's not how this world works. I mean, anything in life, it costs, literally, like anything. These brokerages, they make money. Discord makes money. YouTube makes money. Anything that you can point to that's a business and makes our life easier makes money in any one step of the way. There really isn't anything that's worth anything that's for free, usually. Like 98% of the time, okay? But the more important reason is when you put your money towards something, you think about it. Okay, is it worth it? Check. Sorry, my camera's free. Are you taking whatever you're buying seriously? Check. Have you thought about your purchase item, your phone, your laptop, or the food you're buying or the trip you're taking? Have you thought about what you're doing? Check. You're not just going to spend money blatantly, especially when it costs a lot. So that's why I charge, because at the end of the day, we are, I'm trying to basically see if you're taking this seriously and by purchasing it, you are telling yourself that you're taking trading and trying to take it to the next level. You're trying to push it to the next level. You're taking it seriously. Guys, I have tons of free content in my room. I have unlimited hours of free daily lessons recaps all over my YouTube. And guess what? No one watches it. Hardly anybody watches it. Why? Because it's there. It's free. You're not putting the time in. You haven't invested in yourself. You haven't proven to yourself that you're taking this seriously, okay? Sometimes people just need to click a button and pay for something to tell themselves that they want to do something, right? Because you're literally clicking it by thinking about all these different things, and you're like, all right, I am taking my money and I'm putting this into something that I want, and I want it, and depending on how much you're spending, it's how bad you want it, right? How serious you're going to take it. That's the world we live in, and I also do it because so not only does it tell you that you're taking trading seriously, but it tells me that you're taking trading seriously and you're not here to waste my time. Because at the end of the day, I get tons of messages saying, hey, I want to make 100,000 like you do. Hey, I want to make 300,000 or 50,000, or man, I wish I could make a 10th of you or a 100th of you or a 50th of you or whatever. But at the end of the day, knowledge is power, okay? If Warren Buffett made a video series guide, you better believe I would buy the damn thing. I want more people that are above me to make more teachings like what I've put out there so I can learn from it, okay? I've spent $4,000 to $5,000 on myself in my career, okay? I've spent thousands, maybe even tens of thousands of hours on YouTube, okay? It doesn't stop with me. I'm always trying to learn. Knowledge is power. So I made that guide for you guys, okay? Took me over a year and a half to make, and I know that a lot of people have been crushing it with that. We actually have what was, this isn't fully verified, but it looks to be one of my first millionaire students. Right here. Where is it? It's a crazy story. So, let's see where he posted in the testimonials. That was the guy, but I want to find the post that he made. Okay, I bought the video series after losing $900,000. I knew how to buy stocks, but didn't know where to sell them. 3 months ago, started with $360,000. Had a great day today, and many thanks to you. I'm a millionaire again. Total account value $1.01635594 million. To me, that's not a millionaire, but he had made a total account value of that, and he also has to pay taxes on that. So, yeah, I'm like 99.9% sure to be a millionaire, you have to have $1 million in assets with taxes paid. But still crazy to see what he's doing. And then he actually brought his account down a lot, about 150,000. Here's a graph of my annual account. You can see the IBIO, CODX ride. So he's actually currently down a little bit on that. But anyways, a lot of people doing good things, and I've only got a couple of complaints, which is great. But I'd like an honest opinion. So if you have pros and cons, let me know, because I like to hear both sides to make, if I do make it a second one, or if I do add, which I need to start adding to the guide, then that is there. But overall, guys, you guys can see here, today, not a whole lot of trading. Again, I've been swinging in this market. I'm not really trading actively a whole lot. I will get back to the point of where I trade actively a whole lot, but I have a mindset where I've been in this trade like about 4 days, and I have a mindset where I want to see certain sectors be, and I don't want to be in this stock and then get out and have it run without me after waiting this long. And I do have high confidence in it, but I played a couple of different stocks today. SHLO, we got out on that overnight at 248, 247, 248. It really didn't run like I wanted it to. Man, WKHS gapped up perfectly. SHLO should have gapped to like 3+. BLNK was the one. I missed out on it, unfortunately. Would have been a big gain on BLNK. We had that overnight at 2 something, I think like a week ago or so. SHLO still a nice gain, but man, didn't pan out, not even close to what I thought it was going to pan out like, which was unfortunate. I didn't like a couple of things on SHLO. So SHLO, we had triple topped at 255 once, twice, 3 times, and then fail. Once I saw that third, I believe I sold like somewhere in here. That was I think I was selling actually after the double top. But after WKHS was like ripping and ramping, and I mean, this thing's been up. I mean, look at this thing. It's gone from 260 to 20. We've recently just gone parabolic, and this should send the electrical vehicle sector going crazy, and that's what has been going on. POLA, PPSI, SHLO, which really didn't do anything, which I'm so shocked on. I'm going to continue to watch this SHLO because they do sell electric cars. NKLA is one of them, and then BLNK was the big one, man. This was I think they sell chargers for electric vehicles, and this one was the big winner. And I missed it, but at least I made some profit on SHLO. And I really didn't like the level 2 in time and sales when we got that move in there. And then it kind of looked like it was kind of heavy, and I was already frustrated enough that we didn't gap up like I expected with the WKHS run. So immediately I already knew it was kind of heavy, but I really thought we were going to get a move above 260. But the time and sales level 2 kind of got stamped in there with 255 double top. Plus it was kind of looking weak to me when I was watching the volume. I got out. And then VOZI basically lost a little tiny bit on that one. SHLO, I think I scaled out a little bit left on that. Wow, I took it down to 233. I took the last 25,000 shares at 233. That's ugly. So I didn't really get a great fill on that one. APT, mass play, nailed that with the entries at 1675, 1675.99, 1690.08. Still swinging that one. I took off a hair to just pay myself overnight. Other than that, that's basically it, guys. Didn't really take a whole lot of trades. I saw APT today. I like the fact I've been waiting on this one for a while. The mask play idea is something that I think has a lot more steam in it, but that's just me. I saw this one down here. We've had like 1, 2, 3 red days, and then I was watching this one not break below this 1640 level. Once this guy made a higher low right here, I started longing in here at 1660 in my inherited IRA. Or no. Yeah. 1660, my inherited IRA was my long. And then once we broke above this flag here, if I started to see the bidders step up to the plate, or no, sorry, right here. So once this flag happened and we were just breaking above VWAP, I said if I see the bidders start to step up, I was going to buy, and I bought right there on that break above VWAP, and I'm still swinging that on both because I really do think the mask play can be hot in the next coming days. And I do think that it can be the next sector craze, re-craze, because it's already been once, but I think that with all these masks being basically legally, you have to wear them, I think for the next, I think it could catch trend, but been wrong before, who the hell knows. We'll see if I'm actually right or not, but you know, the electrical vehicle sector's been crazy, and then now. So anyways, guys, I really do have to go. I've been on here 40 minutes now. What a crazy month, up over 1.3 million in profits this month, guys, and I truly do. So a lot of you guys asked, oh yeah, student room, I'm still working on that. I'm still contemplating. And then, have I ever considered doing live trading? Not really, because I don't want people piggybacking off of me. That's not really what I don't want people just copying my trades and trying to shadow my trades, because I don't want any of that. But at the end of the day, maybe I've thought about it a couple times, but I'd rather have you guys be self-sufficient than to just like literally wait for me to get in and out of things throughout the day and copy me, because that really doesn't teach you anything, and that's not being self-sufficient at all. So, yeah, my Instagram's CanTheMan363 on Instagram. So, yeah, watch out for an offering on that. Other than that, guys, hopefully you guys have a great rest of your day, okay? Check out the free link in the description below, free chat room link in the description below. Please like and subscribe to the icon. Click the icon to alert if I make new videos, okay? Stamp that like button, smash the hell out of it until it gets kind of tired of being smashed. Keep smashing it. I would love that for the YouTube algorithm, as the G Stephan says, and I will see you guys tomorrow, okay? I appreciate every single one of you guys for the support. I hopefully continue to motivate you guys to be better traders. Hopefully you guys are learning a lot from me to be better traders, and hopefully you guys are enjoying my free day lesson recaps and my free chat room. Cheers, team, and go Hawks.